The economics of artificial intelligence. Presight, one of the UAE's leading AI companies in Abu Dhabi. Earnings out overnight. CEO Thomas Promotedham in the studio. Morning, Thomas.
Good morning. How are you, Tom?
I'm good, thanks very much indeed. And the numbers were great. Record revenue, nearly doubling in the first half to more than 1 billion dirhams. Walk us through those numbers.
Well, a big part of it is the continuous momentum, and we've been in studio quarter after quarter. But just this half year, we're seeing the convergence of the strategies we put in place domestically, internationally. The work that we're doing domestically, we're now, credibly the main partner for AI transformation at the large scale in the public sectors. This quarter alone, we signed up the National Media Office. We picked in the UAE Media Council. We brought in the Department of Energy, all looking to apply artificial intelligence in the course of the work they do. Internationally, the international revenue grew by 26%. Compared year on year to 4.9% last year. And you can see we inaugurated our first Central Asia regional HQ in Kazakhstan. We have 50 staff working. We started the Smart City project in Astana. We continue to build up that space. Central Asia is a growth place for us. At the ASEAN Summit, Presight signed with the Malaysian government a drive to drive AI initiatives across the government sector. In Africa, Uganda, Cote d'Ivoire. So we continue to build on the momentum that we have started, but many of it is coming to fruition because applied artificial intelligence is becoming a tangible approach to drive efficiency, to reduce costs, and people are understanding that it's not a phase, like you said, it's not a era that is going to just come and go. It is something that's going to stay. And we're creating solutions across these different sectors that make it applicable to the day-to-day of these organizations.
Well, let's pick up on that. You talked about applied, you talked about solutions. I want to know what these people are buying. They're clearly paying good money for it because your revenue's doubled, both within the UAE and overseas. Let's take our own industry, if we can, the media industry. You've done a couple of deals in the media sector. What exactly are these people buying from you?
I think a big part of it, if you look at the work that we do, from regulators to actual broadcasters, content providers, there are the content that's been generated and there's content to be regulated. Many times, work that are mundane, that are labor intensive, can now be expedited. So you can apply AI to look at analytics. You can apply AI to look at content generation. I'm sure you're very familiar with that. A big part of it, how much work can I do more with AI tools that are given to me? Enterprise AI is one good example. So within the Media Council, if you look at creating a strong data platform where analytics is built on top of that, right? So imagine you're looking at regulating, you're looking at monitoring, and you're looking at creating this content itself. The tools through artificial intelligence can help you do that a lot faster, a lot more accurate, and at scale.
But at the moment, what you're doing is B2B to business and B2G to government. I'm not buying anything from Presight at the moment. I'm paying money to Anthropic for my chat thing. I'm paying money to OpenAI for ChatGPT. Not much, but I am. But I don't think of what I could buy from you as Presight. What can people buy from you?
I think you need to look at it in a different way. Many of the managers, many of the colleagues we have, they will buy OpenAI, they buy Anthropic, they buy Claude. But what it does is you start applying AI to yourself, your day-to-day, the questions you ask, that enhances what you do. And then you come into the organizations and you look around and you say, why have I not applied AI to the work in my team? And then you raise it up to the organization management and say, you know what, there's a lot of things that we could do in the enterprise, from procurement, from HR to streamlining legal work that can be done with AI. And then while you're buying from the OpenAI and applying intelligence to yourself, AI to yourself, and you get back to organizations like the question you asked me, if you look at Dubai, look at the broadcasting industry, what can we buy and how we can continue to use AI at the enterprise level to improve the work that we do. I think that's what it does. So while we do not sell to the B2C market,
and there's no plans to sell B2C?
No, there's no plans for that. We continue to be a B2G and continue to build AI at scale for both public sector, for energy, for financial institution. We've just been nominated as the joint venture partner for the Central Bank of the UAE. Right, so we continue, and Presight will continue the mission to, one, export Emirati-based AI solutions at scale, to continue to be the defining partner to develop large-scale AI platforms for the public sector, energy, infrastructure, and financial services.
Energy is a big part of what you do. Last year, I think it was, you did the transformational deal when you acquired AIQ, which is a joint venture with ADNOC. I'm not going to go into the nitty-gritty of that deal, but AIQ is now part of Presight. and the energy industry is a big part of what you do. Again, in simple terms, what do you do for such an important industry in this country?
Let's take AIQ, for example. So AIQ has been accretive. We've been shareholders for 1 year. It represents about 30% of the revenue and the second largest revenue sector for Presight. When we launched AIQ, one of the top products, one of the top solutions we developed was the Energy AI. It was developed as a energy large language model developed on top of ADNOC's proprietary data, 70 years of ADNOC's data, to streamline processes like seismic analysis, where what used to take 5 months and a group of engineers to do can now be done in weeks, in days, with accuracy levels that are similar or higher. And what it turns is decisions that you need to take 5 months to do, false positives that you need to make, can now be achieved in a much shorter time. And you think about the return to that for site analysis, for reservoir siting and selection.
Let's talk about moving overseas. You rattled off a few names there: Kazakhstan, Malaysia, and Uganda. It's a very competitive market to be selling services to international governments. I'm sure they're speaking to companies from China, from the United States, as well as the UAE, and others as well, who would like that business. How do you compete?
I think a big part of it, if you look at these markets, and Presight have always set a path to be a global south provider. So we focus on the emerging markets. We move as one of the leading Emirati companies in the world. We move together with a credential that is demonstrated in Abu Dhabi, in the UAE. So while we're not just a technology company, we are the AI partner for the UAE government, and that's been a strong part of it. Proven solutions attested by our own UAE government in these countries. In Kazakhstan, for example, we not only just do a project, we set up shop, we make it our regional HQ, we collaborate with the government on projects. Together with the government, they launched their first supercomputer in Kazakhstan 3 weeks ago. And on top of that, that's the infrastructure that they will need to continue to drive AI initiatives. And that's the difference that makes the difference between Presight and other companies.
Finally, where do we stand with the massive AI data center that was announced during President Trump's visit a couple of months ago? We know it's going to be built on Yas Island. We know NVIDIA's latest chips are going to be part of it. We don't know when work starts, when it's going to be ready. What do you know? Because I'm sure you're going to be involved in this.
Well, I can't comment on the date itself, but I can tell you the Stargate UAE initiative launch is part of a larger UAE-US AI campus. Right, a 5 gigawatt data infrastructure, the largest outside the United States. What it will represent is, one, it's a testament to the UAE and US accelerated partnership in AI. Two, you'll create the infrastructure that this part of the region will need to support the upcoming AI initiatives. And you must remember, AI infrastructure is not built over a day, right? It will take 18, 24, 36 months to build. As you and I continue to adopt AI, we're going to need the infrastructure for inferencing to support the work that we do. While Presight as a company continue to build AI agnostic, infrastructure agnostic solutions, we're going to need the infrastructure to run on. So it is not a now situation, it is a continuous growth infrastructure that will support the era of AI.
Thomas, great to see you. Appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for coming down from Abu Dhabi. Thomas Promotedham is the CEO of Presight. Earnings out overnight, revenue almost doubling to more than 1 billion dirhams. A healthy profit as well for that company. Thomas, thank you.